Hi everybody! Today we're going to be making another Process Art Nature project, and this one here is called a leaf critter. And if you take a good close look, you can see all the different types of petals and leaves and flowers that I've used to make my owl. So the only thing I didn't do is at the very end, I was going to put him on a branch. So I'm going to finish this up and then we'll start a new one. So I'm going to pretend that he's on a nice branch on a tree. Coming through here and the other side so that it looks like he's kind of sitting on that branch. Isn't that cool? So he's all done. So I guess he kind of looks a little bit like an owl. I'm going to put him away. So I want you to take a look at my table where I'm working. Once again, I've put down some scrap paper. They're actually just paper bags that I cut so that I don't make a mess of my table. I've got a blank piece of paper. And now I've got to think. I'm going to collect some leaves. I've sort of been sorting and organizing them. Those two are the same. A big one, a little one. I've got all kinds of loose flower petals here. I think I'll even pull off some little leaves from the sunflower. I was hoping I'd be able to collect some nice fall colored leaves, but on my walk today, there wasn't many leaves that were brown, except for one that I collected a while ago. And I'll show you what it looks like. I actually had put it inside a big heavy cookbook like this, and I left it there for about a week. And when I picked up the book and opened it up, look how beautiful that is. So this is really much easier to use for this art activity than a leaf like this, only because you can see how this is still kind of folded and a little bit harder to glue, whereas this one is perfect. So before I glue anything, I'm going to play around with my design. So I think I'll put this right in the middle. I'm thinking, not really sure what kind of critter I'm going to make, but I think I'll take this and slide it here maybe for an ear. And I've got one that's about the same, and I think I'll see how it looks if I put it here as another ear. And I'm wondering if maybe I take a yellow petal and another yellow petal from the sunflower. I might use those as eyes. I'm just thinking, not sure yet. And then maybe I think I'll take some of these beautiful red rose petals and, oops, I have a fan blowing here, and maybe use those as feet. What do you think? I'm thinking, I think I'm going to move everything around a little bit. It's not exactly what I wanted. So that's why I didn't glue anything down yet. I'm just experimenting. I definitely want to use this nice big leaf, but I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to use that as a hat. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a face here. So I think I'll do that next. So I'm going to pretend that this is a face, like this, and that's a hat that the face is wearing. And then I'm going to make some legs. This is going to be really funny looking, like this. We definitely need some arms, like this. And then I'm going to do the eyes. So I won't draw them on yet. Let's get going and we'll glue everything together. So I have just a little bit of white glue. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a tiny bit of paste onto the back, one side of my pressed beautiful, beautiful leaf. It's from a maple or an oak. I'm going to use a toothpick because I really only need a little dab. See how much just a tiny little glue? In fact, I've got a cute song I'll teach you when we're gluing. It's called Dot, Dot, Not a Lot. There we go. There's my hat. Very carefully press it down, maybe slide it over. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my arms, and I'm going to sing my little song again. Doesn't matter how old you are, there's nothing like using glue, and sometimes we need a reminder not to use too much. So dot, dot, not a lot, one arm. I'm going to glue the other one on. Trying to see what side I used. Dot, dot, not a lot. All right, we've got the two arms. And maybe this critter should be wearing a dress. So maybe what we'll do is we'll take some of these carnation leaves and make a little skirt. So we'll take a whole bunch off first and get them ready. Remember, when we have all our materials ready and set for what we're doing, it's sort of like working in the nutrition lab, and we call it mise en place. This one I think I'm just going to put a little bit on the end and make a beautiful little skirt. So you can see some of this I've planned, and some of it I guess I'm making up as I go along. There's not one right way to do this. And one of the fun things about these process nature art lessons is that at the Sage Garden Project, we really want to encourage you to be creative and use your imaginations, have fun, really savor the whole art activity, enjoy it, don't be in a rush. What do you think? So I think my skirt's kind of high, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make sleepy eyes with eyelashes. And I'm not finished yet, but what I'm going to do, I think I need some time to think about it and really savor it and decide what I'm going to do next. And that is how you make a leaf creature. And we'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody.